Hi, Julie Russo here, creator of Structures of Equality, where we're making sense of math stories. If you're new to structures, they're a reading comprehension tool that helps students better understand number stories. Before we get started, make sure you remember to subscribe to my channel below. I post weekly videos with actionable tips. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified when they're available. The Math Main Idea Level 1 work mat was created to help students understand that the math main idea needs to come before the structure of equality, the understanding of that. And a teacher named Matt at Carpenter Elementary helped me develop this document. Carpenter Elementary is in the Raleigh-Durham area where I live. So the first box in the Math Main Idea work mat is fillable. So a teacher can fill in that spot with a story that they choose. The example story that I have in this one says 5 people were on the bus. 3 more people got on the bus. Now there are 8 people on the bus. And I specifically, when I introduce this, I write it as a story without a question on it. It eliminates the, I know the answer, because there's no answer to know. It's just a story that we're going to map out, starting with the math main idea and the characters and all those fun things that we talk about. So as you can see on this document, we have characters. We talk about the characters, we talk about the verb, we talk about the setting, and we talk about the thing we're counting, the unit or the label. Once we talk through those things, then we move on to the math main idea. This box is also fillable, so you can build the scaffolding in however you want here. You can, in the beginning, you can write the math main idea out for the students initially. So all they're doing is having to understand that this is what the math main idea of the story is. And as you practice this more with your students, then you can take away some of that scaffolding. So the math main idea of this story says, or describes, two groups of people getting on a bus to form one group of people on the bus. If you were going to use this story and you wanted to remove some of the scaffolding, you could just say something like, the math main idea of the story describes blank groups of blank getting on the bus to form one group of blank on the bus. And then the students are really thinking about what's happening in the story, the units and the labels in the story. But then you take that away completely and just let them write in the math main idea. So that's up to you. The box below says draw or build the structure of equality. So the example shows it as a build. So those are Unifix cubes, and you can see that I've laid out the Unifix cube model in that box. Now, if you don't want your kids drawing with dry erase markers on your Unifix cubes, then you want them to explain to you orally what the values and labels are, because we always want to ask the students, what does this represent in the story? What does this represent in the story? And if they're not writing it out, then encourage them to do it orally with a partner or with a whole group. After they've modeled the story, either with cubes or with a drawing, then they can show their work in that blank box below. And then if you're having them write an expression or equation, they can do that. But then you want them to just go back and reflect, self-assess their structure of equality. And you can do that by asking them to circle yes or no. So the first question is, does your structure of equality have labels? Yes. This one has people, people, and people. So yes. Does your structure of equality have values? Yes. I have 5 people, 3 people, and 8 people in the total. Yes. Does your structure of equality have a representation of equality? And a parts equal total structure of equality, the parts will line up to equal the total, and that's where that representation of equality is. So this is a new resource. I'd love to get your feedback on that. So if you follow me on Facebook and you want to make a post about how you use this in your classroom, or if you're on my email list, shoot me an email and let me know what you think of this resource, and I'm happy to make adjustments as needed. So good luck with it, and thanks for all you do. If you'd like to explore this idea more, you'll find the link to this resource in the description below.